we're going to learn how to get healthier by eating plant-based foods. We're also going to explore how to prepare some of those foods. The New Year's resolutions are in full force, and most people center theirs around their health or appearance. They often start with striving to eat better and adopt healthier lifestyle changes. Every year we see similar patterns. People get on a diet and join the gym. They lose a little weight, and within a couple of months they had fallen off the wagon and returned to the old habits that got them to the problem in the first place. During this resolution fiasco, generally many people fall for the fad diets such as keto, Atkins, low carb, paleo, South Beach diet, cabbage soup diet, mono diet, and many more. Most of these diets promise fast and easy results, and all of them work if you follow them properly, but most of them are not healthful. This means that yes, the diet will help you lose some weight temporarily, but can have harmful effects on your body. Also, these diets do not promote longevity and do not prevent or reverse any of the medical conditions that many Americans are struggling with. Conditions such as heart disease, hypertension, and diabetes. So what is something to consider when you're adopting a new lifestyle and diet? Ask yourself the following questions. Is this diet going to improve my health and wellness? Is this diet proven to improve and reverse conditions such as diabetes and hypertension, which are among the leading causes of medical complications and deaths? Is this diet going to make me feel happier and more energized? If the answers to these questions are no, why would you even consider it? So this leads us to the following question. What is the healthiest diet? Results from the latest research show us that the healthiest diet is not even a diet. It is a lifestyle, and it is the whole food, plant-based approach. This is the type of eating in which we consume foods derived from plants close to their natural form, meaning unprocessed or minimally processed, and eliminating animal products. So many people want to lose weight, and the easiest and healthiest and most effective way of doing that is to get the animal products off your plate. It is very effective, and it is backed up by the latest scientific research. When people follow a plant-based diet or lifestyle, it's remarkable to see how many benefits they get. It helps the heart not just prevent heart problems, but when a person already has heart problems, it can reverse that to a degree. It cleans out the arteries. It can prevent diabetes and improve the condition of those who already have diabetes. It can help the brain. It can reduce the risk of Alzheimer's disease. It can bring down blood pressure, and it promotes longevity. Now let's explore how the plant-based diet or lifestyle actually improves your health. Tackling high blood sugar. A plant-based diet addresses the root cause of type 2 diabetes by reducing fat buildup inside cells, which helps tackle insulin resistance and brings blood sugar down. Helping weight loss. Plant-based foods are rich in complex carbohydrates and contain very little fat. In addition, research shows that when people begin a plant-based diet, their after-meal metabolism increases, allowing calories to burn more quickly and for longer periods of time. Trimming cholesterol. Plant-based foods contain no cholesterol and very little saturated fat. Many are rich in soluble fiber, which helps the body eliminate cholesterol. Helping lower blood pressure. Plants are rich in potassium, low in saturated fat, and can help lead to weight loss, all of which can help reduce blood pressure. So we know not to eat animal products, but why? What harm do they cause? Here is why you might want to avoid meat. It contains high amounts of saturated fat that cause inflammation and clog the arteries. It contains high amounts of cholesterol that increases your cholesterol levels and puts you at a higher risk for heart disease. It is high in calories. It contains sodium. It might contain hormones. Animal protein is also linked to osteoporosis because it causes the kidneys to lose calcium in the urine. It is also linked to gradual loss of kidney function. But where would I get my protein, you might ask? There are plenty of plant-based sources like beans, chickpeas, lentils, tofu, tempeh, and even vegetables. They are much lower in fat and do not contain cholesterol, but what they do have is fiber, which is great for digestion and keeps you full for longer periods of time. It helps you stay regular. It also regulates cholesterol in your body. See, meat doesn't do that. What's wrong with eggs? There is more cholesterol in a single egg than an entire 8-ounce steak. 2 cracked eggs in your skillet amount to 9 grams of fat, not counting the added cooking grease. What about egg whites? An egg white is pure protein, and in essence that is good because it doesn't contain fat, but as we mentioned before, animal protein is linked to calcium loss and kidney problems. Also, there is the chance for salmonella. It is common knowledge that if you eat raw or undercooked eggs, you could get sick. Eggs do contain some important vitamins and minerals such as combination of B vitamins, vitamin A and D, biotin, folate, and minerals such as iodine, selenium, and phosphorus. But those can be found in combination of fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, and spices. What's wrong with dairy? When it comes to mammals, we are the only species that drink milk directly from other species, or we're the only ones that do so in adulthood. Most juvenile animals can drink and digest their mother's milk because they carry the enzyme lactase, which digests lactose. Lactose is the main carbohydrate in animal milk. Many humans are allergic to lactose or are lactose intolerant, and many people have digestive issues when they are consuming dairy products. Simply put, our system was not designed to digest cow's milk. What's in the milk? Large amounts of fat. Large portion of it being saturated fat and cholesterol to help a calf grow rapidly. In our body, rapid growth could mean obesity and the growth of cancer cells. What about the low-fat milk? When the fat is taken out, what you're left with is dairy protein and lactose. The dairy protein is a common trigger for arthritis, migraines, and other conditions. There are also sex hormones and growth hormones from the cow that interfere with our natural hormonal functions and have been linked to child behavior issues, including risks for disorders such as autism. There's also lactose sugar that can cause digestive issues and affect our blood sugar levels. But where do I get my calcium from, you might wonder? It is calcium, not calcium. And the cow is not the only source. Calcium can be obtained from soy and soy milk, almond milk, tofu, leafy greens such as spinach, kale, collard greens, mustard greens, bok choy, and many other green varieties. Even the taro root, or the kalo, is a pretty good source of calcium, so the cow's milk isn't necessary for obtaining calcium. Now that we have wrapped up what's out of the plant-based diet or lifestyle, let's talk about what is in and how you can eat and cook without animal products. So what are we going to eat now? You might wonder. In the simple words of American author and journalist Michael Pollan, eat food, not much, mostly plants. There are so many benefits as we mentioned, but some of the most exciting things about a plant-based lifestyle is experimenting with new foods and flavors. Another exciting part is you can eat without having to worry about calories or portions. In general, plant-based foods are lower in calories, which means you can eat more for less. That being said, be mindful of cooking oils. Oils and butters, even vegan butters, are highly caloric, so please use them sparingly. Now let's see what food to put in your shopping cart and how to prepare it. Load up on fruit. We're always advised to go for fresh fruit first, and as a second option, you could also stock up on frozen fruit. Try to stay away from canned fruit. It is processed and usually contains added sugars and much more calories. Select varieties of berries. Berries are very nutritiously dense and quite low in calories. Citrus, grapefruits, oranges, lemons, mandarins. Tropical fruits. If available, it's not only delicious, but quite nutritious too. Mango, pineapple, papaya. Eat the rainbow. Try melons, apples, peaches, pears, grapes, etc. Now that you have all that fruit, what are you going to do with it? You can eat it fresh, make a fruit salad, put it in a smoothie, or even make some frozen treats like ice cream. Did you know that you can make ice cream and popsicles with just plain fruit? For a creamier ice cream texture, you can add some coconut milk, pre-soaked and blended cashews, and for more sweetness, you can use pre-soaked dates to blend them up in the mix, sugar-free sweeteners, or even sugar-free flavored syrups. In baking muffins, cakes, fruit breads, waffles, and pancakes and other goodies, you can replace the fat or the butter with mashed banana, applesauce, or pumpkin puree. Now on to veggies. Vegetables are staple for a healthy diet. Some are more nutritious raw, others have more health properties when cooked. The advice here is to eat as many vegetables as possible. They are rich in vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, and fiber and are very calorically dilute, which means you can eat a lot of them for much less calories. Start with leafy greens. There's things like spinach, kale, collards, arugula, lettuce, radicchio, and more. Cruciferous vegetables. These include broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, red, green, or savoy, and other non-starchy vegetables as carrots, cucumbers, onions, asparagus, zucchini, and eggplant. Starchy vegetables are potatoes, squash, peas, corn, pumpkin, yams, and more. Your first choice should always be fresh, second choice frozen, and lastly, if the other two options are not available, look for the reduced sodium or no salt added canned versions. Okay, we covered fruits and vegetables. What else can you eat? Whole grains should also be on your list. They are a very important part of healthy diet. They are a very good source of fiber and provide complex carbohydrates that our body uses as energy. What are whole grains? Some examples include barley, buckwheat, bulgur, corn, millet, oats, rolled oats, instant oats, oat groats, quinoa, wild rice. When picking pasta or rice, always select whole grain or wheat pasta and brown, black, or wild rice first. Also, when picking out bread, look for labels such as whole grain, whole wheat, or high fiber. Look for less processed breads. We're also going to learn how to prepare some of these grains and we'll test and taste some delicious recipes. Next on the list are legumes. Legumes are an important part of the diet. They are rich in protein and fiber. Some types of legumes are considered superfoods due to their nutritional value and medical benefits. You can use them in soups, stews, or even throw them in salads. There are many recipes you can find if you are new to cooking with legumes. You can also prepare bean sauces and dips to replace your dairy and cheese sauces. Hummus is a favorite one for many people. Nuts and seeds are healthy fats. We need fat as part of our diet, and eating nuts helps ensure that our fat intake comes from healthy, unsaturated fat sources rather than harmful saturated fat found in animal products. Walnuts, almonds, Brazil nuts, and pistachios are among the most nutritiously dense foods. As to the seeds, good options are chia, flax seeds, hemp seeds, and pumpkin seeds. Nuts and seeds are known for their disease prevention properties. Moderation is key. A serving size of nuts and seeds is generally a quarter cup or the amount that can fit in the palm of your hand. Nuts and seeds are fats and therefore are very calorically dense. So if you are on a weight loss journey, you might want to limit yourself to 4 to 5 times per week. Did you know that you can use nuts such as cashews to prepare creamy sauces or as base for cream soups and chowders? You can cream up soaked cashews with soaked dates with a hint of vanilla or another favorite extract to create a creamy plant-based frosting for your cupcake or cream for your cake. You can cream up soaked cashews with water, lemon juice, apple cider vinegar, and some of your favorite spices, garlic, onion powder, black pepper, a dash of paprika, and salt to taste to create your very own plant-based ranch dressing. Try to stay away from fats overall if you're trying to lose weight. A good source of healthy fat are nuts, seeds, and avocados. Olive oil is also considered a preferable choice, but try to limit the amount you intake because oils and fats are highly caloric. For instance, just 1 tablespoon of oil will add about 120 calories to your meal. Coconut oil is generally recommended for the skin and hair benefits, but consuming it will add saturated fat, therefore be mindful if using coconut oil. To minimize the use of oils during cooking, try water sautéing, steaming, boiling, or baking your food. What else can we eat? Spices. Always stock up on spices. They do much more than merely add flavor to your dishes. Some spices like turmeric, ginger, cinnamon, and others have many medicinal properties as well and considered superfoods. Make sure you get them in their powdered forms and not as a salt or rub mixture. Just a pinch of spice or herb can add loads of flavor, so don't overlook them. Choose low sodium and reduce fat condiments. Lemon juice, vinegar, vinaigrette, low sodium dressings, hot sauces, pepper sauces, mustard, miso paste, tomato puree, tamari, tahini, hummus, cashew sauce, sugar-free syrup, and etc. You can also prepare some of these at home. There are plenty of recipes you could find. A homemade sauce is almost always a better option since it is generally lower in sodium and doesn't contain the added preservatives and chemicals that you would find in a store-bought version. When it comes to beverages, water is always the best choice, but you can also explore other options like tea, coffee, and plant-based versions of milk such as almond milk, cashew milk, and soy milk. So, what do I eat now? What's for breakfast? Believe it or not, the latest research data shows that people who consume healthy balanced breakfast are generally thinner than people that skip it. The exception here are the people who do consistent intermittent fasting. We will discuss fasting in another segment. Here are some simple and healthful ways to start your day. Hot cereal or oatmeal. Why? It is healthy, it brings your cholesterol down, it lasts forever, and it is very versatile. Perhaps you find it bland, plain, or just doesn't taste good to you. Well, here is a quick cooking tip on how to prepare perfect oatmeal that you actually want to eat. First of all, if you want your oatmeal to be crunchy, do what it says on the package. Boil the water, then pour the oatmeal in. That seals the oatmeal grains and it keeps them kind of crispy. But let's say you like a very creamy oatmeal. What you should do instead is put the water and the oats in the pot first, not hot, then turn it on and cook for about 3 to 5 minutes depending on the type of oats. It will turn out nice and creamy. Then you can be creative. You can top it with whatever you want: strawberries, blueberries, almond slivers, or walnuts and mashed bananas or raisins, cinnamons, and apple chunks. The Hawaiian version here would be to add pineapple chunks and coconut shavings with a dash of sweetener. Okay, next thing, let's say every morning you like to have cold cereal and use cow's milk. Ditch the cow's milk, instead pick up some soy milk or almond milk or hemp milk or oat milk. There's a wide variety nowadays. They last a long time, they taste great, and they're healthy for you. Next, pancakes and waffles. As you will see in some of the recipes we will explore, these breakfast favorites can be healthy and delicious. And the recipes are simple, prepared with whole wheat flour, plant-based milk instead of the cow's milk, and ground flax seeds or flax meal instead of eggs. How do you replace the egg this way? Simply grab 1 tablespoon of ground flaxseed, also called flax meal, and add 2 to 3 tablespoons of water. Mix well. This combination is the equivalent of 1 egg in baking. If your recipe calls for butter, substitute that with applesauce, mashed banana, or vegan butter. Next, breakfast scramble. How can you do breakfast scramble without eggs? Easy. There is tofu scramble that is perfect. If prepared correctly, it tastes just like scrambled eggs. The eggy flavor and smell comes from a type of black salt called kala namak. This can be found in most health stores or on Amazon. What you do is this: take a block of medium firm tofu and break it with your fingers. Sprinkle the following spices: half a teaspoon of garlic powder, half a teaspoon of onion powder, a quarter teaspoon of turmeric, half a teaspoon of black salt, also called kala namak, 1 teaspoon of nutritional yeast. This one is optional, but it will give the scramble this cheesy taste. Black pepper to taste. Cook it for a few minutes over medium heat in a non-stick skillet. Then you can add the scramble to some roasted pepper, onion, and potato mix. Next, breakfast burrito. The tofu scramble is a perfect base for the breakfast burrito. You can also sprinkle vegan cheese if you're really missing the cheese flavor. In other segments, we will also learn how to prepare some vegan cheeses and dips and sauces. Next, fresh fruits and smoothies. There is unlimited amount of smoothies you could prepare. You just replace the cow's milk with plant-based milk. What about yogurt? This is the simplest and very delicious vegan yogurt recipe. No cooking required, you just need a blender and a few easily found ingredients. This is what you do. Grab your blender and put 1 block of firm tofu, drained, about 14 ounces. Add a 1/4 cup of pre-soaked cashews, 3/4 cup of water, 1/3 cup of lemon juice, and 2 to 3 tablespoons of sugar-free maple syrup. That's it. Then blend it really well. It keeps really well in the fridge for a few days. You can use it the same way you use regular yogurt. Add it to recipes, use it for sauces, or simply top it with some fruits and some crunchy cereal. If you normally eat sausage and bacon, the vegetarian versions of these foods will help you skip the fat and cholesterol while giving you healthier plant-derived protein. They can be found in most supermarkets, but sometimes are loaded with sodium. They're not identical in taste to the meat, but over time you will find that you prefer them. In other segments, we will also learn how to prepare homemade simple versions of these. Now on to some lunch and dinner ideas. Soups, stews, and chilies. The base of most soups and stews are generally vegetables. How to substitute meat in stews and chilies. The easiest substitute for a ground meat is TVP, or textured vegetable protein. This is a dry soy-derived product that needs to be soaked in water or thrown right into the soup or stew or chili. It has the texture of ground turkey and it soaks up the flavors of your dish. So in essence, it can be whatever you want it to be. In stew, you can replace the beef tips with dry shiitake mushrooms. Simply mix the ingredients for the stew, and instead of adding meat, you will throw in the dry shiitake mushrooms. They take the flavor of the spices you used and will have chewy texture similar to beef tips. If you're looking for more of a chicken type texture, you might want to use soy curls. Those can be found in most health stores or on Amazon. Salads. Salads are some of the easiest vegan meals you could prepare. If you top your salad with meat, you can use grilled tofu instead, or some of the vegan deli meats found at the stores. You can also find a good variety of low-fat vegan dressings or prepare a cashew ranch dressing at home. Next, sandwiches. Sandwiches are another versatile option. You can use vegan mayonnaise, avocado, or hummus spread. Then you will add your lettuce, spinach, cucumbers, tomatoes, or perhaps bell peppers. Instead of meat, you can use the vegan deli meats usually referred to as seitan or vegan roast. In another segment, we will learn a variety of simple ways to prepare vegan deli meats at home with easy-to-find ingredients. Seitan is a high-protein food made from wheat. It has such meaty texture you might find yourself wondering if it truly isn't meat. It works great in stews, stir-fries, sandwiches, wraps, casseroles, and many others. Burgers. There is a wide variety of plant-based burgers, some healthier than others. There are bean burgers, mushroom burgers, cauliflower burgers, soy burgers. We will also learn how to prepare our very own burgers from simple ingredients in your pantry. Next, pizza, another favorite for many people. You can make a very simple veggie pizza with pizza dough or prepare your simple pita bread. It takes 4 ingredients and just a few minutes. Your favorite pizza sauce, tomato-based. Your favorite vegetables, you can add mushrooms and top it with vegan shredded cheese or do it cheeseless with a sprinkle of nutritional yeast for that cheesy flavor. Next, pasta dishes. These are very easy to make vegan. Simply replace the meat with either textured vegetable protein, soy curls, grilled tofu, steamed mushrooms, or even your favorite beans. We're also going to learn how to prepare cheesy flavor sauces such as Alfredo, the favorite mac and cheese, and pesto. What could we use to make all these sauces? A variety of whole food ingredients such as butternut squash, pumpkin, potatoes, cashews, lemon juice, and of course a variety of spices and nutritional yeast for that extra cheesy flavor. Next, tacos. Tacos are another favorite that can be easily prepared in plant-based way by substituting meat and eliminating the cheese and replacing it with plant-based version sauces. Bean dishes and curries. There is a whole world of curries and bean dishes you could explore. Most Indian cuisine is generally vegan, and it is easy to find recipes. You will also learn how to prepare delicious, nutritious, and effortless curry. It helps to be open to new variety of flavors and have willingness to experiment. We will also explore casseroles and savory tarts that use a wide variety of nutritious vegetables and legumes. These dishes might seem intimidating, but are quite easy to prepare, and you can cook a large dish that will last a few days, saving time during the week. The secret is in the spice combination and the sauces. Next, convenience meals. Leave these as last resort in case in which you're pressed for time. Manufacturers have responded to the high demand to convenience vegan meals and have created pasta dishes, Asian rice bowls, burritos, pizzas, enchiladas, and variety of plant-based imitation meats. The problem is that these foods are highly processed. They contain a lot of sodium and can be higher in fat and calories. In most cases, they are much better than consuming foods containing animal products, but again, let them be your last resort and use them sparingly or as a special treat. Next, snacks. It helps to have a healthy snack handy for when you get the munchies. The idea here is not to surround yourself with irresistible snacks that you will dip into whether you're hungry or not, but to be armed with a healthy snack once hunger strikes. Fresh or dry fruit is always a good choice. Always pick fresh first. Dry fruit are high in calories for the amount that you get. Eat the rainbow of fresh fruit. Next, popcorn. That is right. Did you know that popcorn is a whole food? Skip the butter though. It is always best to use air-popped popcorn to avoid the necessary fat. You can sprinkle it with lemon pepper, salt, nutritional yeast, garlic or onion powder, or any of your favorite seasonings. Next, bean salads, bean dips, and whole grain crackers. Those are a great snack. We have some great recipes and we will learn how to prepare simple and delicious dips and salads. Veggie sticks and hummus. This is a very nutritious and filling snack that is easy to prepare and good to always have handy. Power bars. These are generally oat-based with some nut butter, nuts, and dried fruit in them. There are many combinations you can prepare. These are perfect snack for when you have craving for candy. They are sweet yet packed with nutrition. And last, desserts and treats. There are ways to prepare homemade plant-based candies, treats, cakes, brownies, and all kinds of sweets that are made with natural sugars derived from things like figs and dates. We will also explore many recipes and learn how to tweak some family favorites like cookies and chocolate cake. And before we get to cooking, let's summarize what healthy plant-based eating is. Eat simple food, mostly plants, and not too much. Avoid eating crap, calorie-rich and processed foods. Another good advice we can take is to stop when you feel about 80% full. Implementing these small changes can make a big impact without going on a diet or following a specific exercise or meal plan. Changes can be stressful and hard to do, so start small and go steady. Mahalo and aloha.